A blowout for Steve Kerr's Dubs on their home floor. They're up 2-1.
Steve, you said it was mostly about your offense last game, and the shots were going to be there, and if you make it, you'll be fine. Was this game, I mean, obviously it's both sides, but was this game mostly your offense just really finding a groove?
Yeah, the shot selection was much improved. We worked harder to get great shots instead of shooting into shot challenges, and moved the ball beautifully. And, after that first half of sort of frenetic turnovers, we settled down. We only had 3 turnovers in the second half. So great night offensively, competed defensively as well. We tied the game together really well, and it's a good night.
Steve, what went into the decision to start Kuminga, and how did you think that he fared?
We wanted to replace Gary's athleticism around the rim. Memphis is a really athletic team, and it's tough to finish at the rim. You saw Gary do it, the first game several times, and we knew JK could do the same. So, just wanted him to get the first crack. I thought he played well. We did not start out the game well, but I didn't think it was JK's fault. I didn't think he did anything wrong. He might have had a turnover in there, but we were just too frenetic to start the game. We had a bunch of turnovers, and they hit 3 long threes at the end of the shot clock, and got that early lead. And so, slow start, but as I said, we settled down after that.
Steve, is this the most mixing and matching and shuffling of guys that you've done in a playoff series in a while, in terms of starting lineup? And
I don't remember, frankly. We've had a lot of playoff games. We've probably had some times like this with injuries where Steph was out or someone was out, and we had to do some of that. But we've got good players. We've got a lot of depth, so we feel like we have a lot of options, a lot of good options.
They hit a bunch of threes early, but generally, you seem like you held the difficult shots. What did you like or not like just defensively tonight?
I thought we competed better. I thought even though Ja had another huge night, I thought we made things tougher on him at the rim. He scored some buckets over some really good verticality plays, which we'll live with. But I thought we just made it tougher on them in general tonight overall defensively.
Steve, we've been asking about Otto Porter, I guess, all postseason. But was there a moment this season when you realized or you just saw that he was a guy who fights to get the ball, who you're just maybe better put together when he's out there? Or did you know that when you guys signed him?
We knew that he was capable of that because we had seen him have great success in the league, but we didn't know with the injury history the last couple of years. So the big thing was when he started out the season healthy and he showed what he could do, it was obvious that he was a great fit for us. Whether he was making shots or not, he's a great player. He understands the game. He's a hell of a rebounder. He moves the ball. Otto just knows how to play. So he's a really good fit with us.
Steve, they were attacking Jordan last game. This game, he seemed to be bent on attacking. How critical has his penetration been for your offense?
Yeah, fantastic. Jordan, just our ability to space the floor and get him going downhill, and what he's added to our team is so important. We're able to put Steph on the bench, and I would say for the series we're probably winning the non-Steph minutes, which is a big deal for us because for a long time that's been an issue. But Jordan gives us another pick and roll player, another playmaker, another scorer, and that the top of the fourth quarter, they kept their starters out there. They figured they were going to make another run. If they were going to make one, they had to do it then. So they kept Ja on the floor, Steph goes out and Jordan scores 3 or 4 buckets in a row to keep them at bay, and that was a huge part of the game for us.
Steve, Clay found some offensive rhythm this game. What did you see from him?
I loved a couple of shot fakes that he made. Instead of shooting into the shot challenge, he pump faked and sidestepped and shot, moved the ball along. I just thought in general he got better shots, we got better shots, and when you establish a tone where you get good shots, then the tough ones tend to go in. He had the one-legged three-pointer, which was not a good shot, but by that time he was comfortable, he was in rhythm, and he's very capable of making those. But if he's taking that kind of shot the entire game, it's not going to go well. So I just liked his poise and his patience.
Steve, we often talk about aggressive Wiggins. Tonight he had 5 fouls, which is, I guess, a glimpse of that. But there was a play late in the first half where he rips a rebound and goes coast to coast and, just barrels through and somebody gets the 3-point play. Is that a little bit of maybe a window into his approach of what he's trying to do this postseason?
That was a big play. Just his aggressiveness and the 2-for-1 and the tone that it sets, somebody going to the rim and attacking like that for us. So Wiggs has been great. All postseason, really good in the Denver series, and he's been battling on the glass in this series, making some big plays. So he's having a great run.
Steve, what did you see on that play where Ja got injured? Apparently, Taylor Jenkins just said post game that he looked at the play and it looked like Jordan had yanked him.
I didn't even notice. I didn't notice the play.
Steve, you had predicted that it would be loud tonight, and you're undefeated in this building so far in the postseason. And there was obviously some wonder about how it would be. Would it be like Oracle? Just what do you feel is the feeling in this place right now especially in the third quarter tonight?
Yeah, I mean it's. I think the fans are excited that the playoffs are in this building for the first time. That our team is whole again after the last couple of years of kind of getting through the adversity, and everybody's enjoying the ride. So we got to enjoy it while it lasts.
Another Porter question. Here's plus 30 tonight, and however much he's doing good stuff. Sometimes are you marveling at what that plus minus number is showing up for him?
I think he was a plus 17 in game 2, if I'm not mistaken. It's not a coincidence. He just like I said, he understands how to play. He's in the right spot all the time. He's made a huge impact on our team.
Steve, I know you're over here. You were talking about Clay earlier. How much of a barometer is he for your offense? It seems like the way he plays, the catch and shoot, when he's going well, it sort of typifies your offense. Yeah. Is that fair to say? And how much was that connected tonight, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, when we're getting good shots, the chances of Clay, getting hot are much greater. And when he gets hot, our team takes on a different look. We just become much tougher to guard, and so I think it's all connected. If we can seek great shots, then Clay's much more likely to get hot.
Steve, I know you don't have the complete personnel that you want to have with as far as health and everything, but with the personnel that you do have, is this as close to a peak performance as you could predict or expect from the guys that you have?
It was a performance that I knew was in them. After watching the tape for the first couple games, Memphis is a really fast, athletic team. But on tape, we saw that if we were a little more patient and a little more poised, that we could get some good shots. And I think our players have adapted now to that speed and the type of defense we're facing, and they did a great job tonight of generating better looks. But it's 2-1, long way to go. We know that Memphis is a tough team, and They just got through a difficult series against Minnesota, and we know what they're capable of. So we're going to have to continue to play well.
Steve, Draymond said yesterday he was going to, be his emotional self and whatever the highs and lows of the game. But he did keep his cool through some moments there. How you spoke about that earlier in the week, just everybody not letting this get under their skin, so to speak. What did you think of how he did it on both ends?
Yeah, Draymond is, he's always kind of our heartbeat. I've called him that many times over the years, and he sets a tone. I thought, he did a great job leading the team. He talked to the team before the game at the walkthrough about, coming out ready to play. And, Draymond is Draymond. He impacts winning at an incredible level. And so he was great tonight, and this is what he does.
Steve, obviously the Grizzlies didn't obviously didn't have Dillon Brooks. One, how did you guys feel the lack of Dillon Brooks in terms of just shots being available? And two, what do you expect in Game 4 with him returning?
You just play. You just go out and play. I mean, they've got guys who are capable. Melton was fantastic last game. Some huge block shots. So, we didn't really talk about any absences or anything like that. And what I'm expecting from next game is great effort and competitive desire from Memphis, because, as I said, we know what they're about, what kind of team they are, and so we got to be ready, because it's just 2-1. There's a long way to go.
Steve, one more question about Otto. Obviously he's been key to you guys all season, but how does it become that much more important with guys like Andre and GP2 out?
Yeah, I mean, with those guys out, we're really leaning on Otto even more, and he's capable of playing multiple positions. He kind of play across the front line, 3, 4, or 5, and he's done a great job.
142 is the most you've ever scored in a playoff game. Does that surprise you?
It is a lot of points. I'll bet the Nelly Warriors scored more than that in a playoff game.
Nope.
Most in franchise history?
Yeah. I mean, I think I saw San Francisco Warriors in like 67, but.
Wow. Take that, Nelly. Wherever you are. We're good? All right, thanks.
Steve Kerr there. Ja Morant weighed in on this play with Jordan Poole, and it's pretty obvious where he stands. Remember, Steve Kerr was talking about the code after the Dillon Brooks play on Gary Payton II. Now, Ja Morant says, apparently, Jordan Poole, quote, broke the code.
Yeah, and if we're going to, judge by if a guy gets injured or not, should he get suspended? And this is where the fine line comes into play, Matt. Like, is this intentional or accidental?
Right.
I thought Dillon Brooks' play was accidental, and I didn't think it was intentional. And I think this is, accidental. I don't think it's intentional. However, harm is harm.
Yeah.
Whether it's intentional or unintentional.
Well, it's interesting, and punishment is not always meted out based on injury, right? It's like flagrant fouls. You can be a flagrant foul that doesn't injure. It could be a non-flagrant foul that does injure, because that's basketball and that's sports.
Yeah, and there was a lot of talk around, because Kerr made the announcement that my guy's out. Right, and he's injured. And therefore, there should be some consequences, for people who gets injured. And this is where the fine line comes in. Like, okay, how do you judge? What do you do? And again, I think both players, Dillon from Memphis and also Poole here in this game, I don't think either one of these guys intentionally ever tries to hurt anyone.
Yeah,
these look like, accidental plays to me. But, it's a fine line.
like a lot of things, when you slow it down like this and watch it like the Zapruder film, 100 times from every possible angle, you can start to interpret it any way you can.
Yeah.
It's not an incredibly overt action, and it's not like it's a yank, but a knee's a sensitive area, and was that what did it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's hear from Jordan Poole himself, who obviously will be asked questions about what happened, and I would imagine about Morant's response.
Jordan, can you just kind of take us through what you saw in that play with Ja, where your hand looks like to get caught on his knee?
I didn't even really see it yet, for real. So I mean, I don't know what to say about it. I mean, if y'all can show me, I'll give y'all an answer, but I can't see it. Yeah, y'all can pull it up. Yeah, I mean, it was a basketball play. When we win, we doubled them. And I hit the ball, and I was going for the ball. I mean, obviously, you don't want to see anybody get hurt. I'm not even that type of player. I respect everybody. So, I mean, obviously, hopefully we get better. Hopefully he gets better. And, we can see him out there next game. But, I don't even play like that, for real. That's not my type game.
I guess Ja did tweet, broke the code with a video of that in response to that.
We got another game on Monday.
Were you guys sure that this kind of offensive explosion was there? Or did you feel it coming?
We were able to knock down some of our looks today. We had some good looks. We were able to move the ball. A lot of guys stepped up. Felt good to be back on home ground. We felt that energy, and it was helpful tonight.
What do you think of, did you see Wiggins' bully play where he gets the rebound and just goes full court and goes in and dunks and gets fouled? What do you think of that, Wiggs?
Wiggs has been playing phenomenal for us. He's so aggressive, and he's been getting it done on both sides of the ball. And when he plays like this, it's really hard to stop us. So having him go out there and continue to play with the aggressiveness that he has been really special to watch.
Jordan, how was those the 3-day break? Where they were coming after you, he was attacking you. The highlights are everywhere. Everybody's talking about your defense. How were you impacted by that over the break and heading into Game 3?
I wasn't. I mean, it's basketball. When we go out there, we play hard, we compete. This is the best players in the world. You know what I'm saying? So just going out there, just playing hard, stick to our game plan, shrug it off, keep it pushing, come back next day, go to the drawing board, and just try to get better.
How much of you were determined to be the attacker instead of the one being attacked in Game 3?
I was just playing my game.
Jordan Poole defended his action, said, "I'm not even that type of player. I respect everybody in regards to the contact with Ja Morant's knee." Here's Jaren Jackson Jr. and his perspective after Game 3.
Little just a step behind on a lot of things. Just had to just chase them a lot. They were running the actions that they usually run, but we just kind of were a step behind. In the beginning, we were all right, but as the game went on, they were just getting hot. Too many guys were getting hot. They were hitting a lot of